All right. So step number three, which we just finished. Step number three was properly setting the proper size of the page, just so we can get the pre-frame page going. And step number four is getting started. We got to get started getting the traffic. So we're going to go ahead and get that going here in a second. But let me just share with you real quick the reasons why people fail at this. One, they're not targeting the proper keywords, which I showed you how to properly target the keywords. We want to think about the competitors. We wanted to really think about who's spending the money, and we want to be able to do that. And we really want to start pinpointing the sites, especially specifically websites, so that we can use those as keywords, not using like keywords like most people do. And so that's one of the reasons why people fail. And from there, so let me just go ahead and take you over there. So Dave, if you could go, and the traffic source that that we're going to be talking about and we're going to be utilizing, and I'm going to walk you through, is called Lead Impact. So if we can open a new window, and we're going to go to Lead Impact, and I'm going to give you guys a key understanding of how to do that and what it is and everything else from there. So and it's leadimpact.com. Cool. So just so you guys know, I mean, this is called CPV or PPV. They're the same exact thing. There's nothing. CPV and PPV are basically CPV stands for cost per view. PPV stands for pay per view. Same exact thing. We're paying for a view. We're paying for it, and we could get traffic for cheap. I mean, when I say cheap, I mean basically for nothing. I mean, I'm going to teach you guys how to be able to get. You can get like 1,000 visitors for $17. I mean, it's really crazy. You can get cheap bulk rate traffic, but we're going to. For really pennies. And the great part is their traffic is endless, and you get endless amounts of it. From there. Couple things to kind of be aware. One of the reasons why a lot of people fail with this is because not just because they're targeting the wrong keywords. It's also because what they're doing is they don't understand the demographics, or they don't get an idea, or maybe they're listening to bull crap that people are talking about on the forums and all that other crap. So just want to kind of give you guys a general idea about this traffic source. Basically, from there, the demographics or the people. I mean, you can target. Just give you a cool idea about this. You can target traffic that is in the United States, which you guys have probably seen on the one thing. You could target traffic that in the UK. I mean, they have, just so you know, they have about 3.5 million people in that you can get from this traffic source from the United States. And Canada or UK is about 800,000. In France, about 500,000. In Germany, Germany, there's like 525,000. Spain, I think, is 300,000. Canada is about 325,000. Australia, New Zealand. I mean, there's tons and tons of things. And the average person, household income of people utilizing this is $83,000. Actually, it's $83,874, and about 60% of the people graduate from college. So let me just kind of give you an idea. This gives you an idea of the magnitude of traffic that you can get from this. And if you click on where it says how this works, when you go to this page, and actually, Dave, if you can click on that, that'd be awesome. Right there, basically, it shows how it works. And instead of me just telling you, but basically what they do is, it says it right here. They have thousands of visitors, and I gave you advertisers like us, and that we can utilize this. And basically it allows us to, basically our ad is triggered. So we're going to be able to purchase keywords. And I heard you were saying earlier that you used to do Google AdWords, or you've done Google AdWords. Well, the one different thing between this and Google AdWords is this is the old the old bidding style. So what I mean by that is you can say, I want to pay X amount for this traffic source, and you get to know what your competitors are paying. So you would see it's like a true bidding war. Instead of you hoping you have a better ad, it's not about that. It's about, the person that's willing to pay, to get higher. So you can see the guy above you is like a fraction of a penny higher than you. You can move a fraction of a penny higher of them, and then you can get, you can be the one on there. So we can target our traffic. Basically we're able to target our landing page. What we're going to basically target is our pre-fame page to somebody's things. We're going to directly send our traffic to that. And what the cool thing is their system identifies, which it says right here, it really identifies and it matches. Like let's say somebody's browsing the internet, and here's the cool part, and this is why it works. Somebody's browsing the internet. Let's say they're typing in, let's say they're going to the specific URL. Well, guess what? Now your page will pop up in a new window, and it'll display your page. So we can literally jump in front of traffic before they go to Lexington.com or Lexington Law. We can jump in front of the traffic. So it allows us to jump in front of the traffic before it happens. Were you laughing, or were you, from there? But I mean, it's kind of cool. I mean, it's really a great, one thing to do. So basically, as long as we have the purchase keywords, it makes it happen. And so it allows us to, basically target, specifically. And that's why I wanted you to target keywords from there. If you click next on that little PowerPoint they have there, just to give you a general idea on that, basically they're going to kind of walk you through kind of how it works. This is probably the best way. See, their consumers, what they do, they say opt into the network. Basically what it is, I'm just going to share with you what it is people they tell people, they're like, hey, you can get this. They have all these different sites out there that allow people to get free videos, free things, and they say, but in order for you to get this for free, you've got to download this browser, and download this browser. And what we're going to do is we're going to watch. It's kind of like you trade off. You can get this for free, but you're going to target. You're going to get some ads. So whenever you're doing some searching or whenever you're browsing, occasionally you're going to get some ads, and you're going to get a limited number of ads. Are you okay with this? They say yes, and then they get free access to the free stuff. That's what happens. So click next, just kind of give you a general idea what they're not telling you on this, from there. So that's one of the big things that happens. And on the next one, since I'm not controlling, so the cool thing is basically whenever, see, this is where's the key. See, everybody makes the big mistake is they're trying to match keywords, and where the real thing is, we want to match URLs. So let me give you a better example, Dave, and I don't know if you realize this. So remember I told you to go to Google and do the ads on Google?
Mm-hmm.
Well, let's just say somebody went to Google and clicked on one of those ads, and they had the browser that these guys have. That means when they clicked on that ad, you just popped up because we got their URL. So now we're able to basically, when the person, it's going to display your page in a new browser for them. So now when somebody goes to Google, they go to Yahoo, they go to all these different places, and let's say they click on an ad, or they click on an ad or an advertisement, maybe a banner that has that, and they recognize it, then bam, here comes you pop up. So it's pretty freaking neat. Do what?
Well, I just started thinking one of the most expensive ads is like mesothelioma.
Yeah,
all those lawyers are trying to get that, and they're paying like $50 a click. We could use this to get it for pennies.
Oh yeah, I mean pennies. I mean what I'm going to show you how to do is how to get it for 1 penny, it's 0.17. So I mean it's really like I said, you can get 1,000 visitors for $17. Like you and I are kind of doing the math. It's really freaking cool. So just to kind of give you an idea, so you really hone in. It's actually it's basically the browser does is watch all their behavior and watch what they're doing, and then whenever they do something that you're bidding on, then bam, there you are. So let's go to the next one just to see, keyword targeting. Oh, so they're going to show you right here. So somebody goes to the search engine and searches for a keyword that matches in your system, then bam, there comes your page. But here's the crazy thing. What we're going to do is not match keywords, because remember what I was talking to you about earlier, is the fact that if you're matching keywords, they're kind of like they're kind of like, information shopping, and they're tire kickers. What we're doing is the people that are actually going to pages is where we're focusing our keywords. So I think they might actually show that on the next page, maybe. Yeah, URL targeting, and that's where the game begins, is URL targeting. So that's what happens. Just give you an idea right here. Basically, when a consumer browsing is the URL match, so that's what we're focusing on, then the advertiser will land on basically have your window pop up in front of them. And so basically, that'll really help. That's where we're going to win the game from there. So, yeah, and there we go. I mean, basically, basically what we're doing is called URL targeting, and it allows us to really make sure that we have the ability to present our thing when they're most interested, and not when they're browsing for information, but when they know they're going to the right place. To me, keyword targeting isn't the game. The URL targeting is, and that's where the game really, really happens, and where you're going to get the highest conversions, where you're going to make the most money. From there. So just to give you a general idea, that's pretty much kind of the whole idea around it. I don't know what else they're going to give you on that, but just to give you a general idea on there, we're going to go in and we're going to set up the campaign and make that happen. Like I said, we can target countries, regions, and even states if you want to, but really I found it works best to really target in countries. The good thing is, guys, the fact is that you can bid, you can say, hey, I only want to spend X dollars a day, and you can kind of limit it to a daily budget. We'll go through it, and I'll give you guys recommendations as we go through, and we're going to set up the campaign. I'm going to tell you how to set it up properly here in a second. So we're going to go ahead and start getting the campaign up and going. And to do that, over there in the right-hand corner where it says create an account, what we're going to do is we're going to want to go create an account. They are requiring you a minimum deposit of $200, but don't let that scare you away. That's going to be one thing to share with you guys, that $200 deposit. Let me be clear. It's a $200 deposit to actually make sure you're not a tire kicker, and they don't want tire kickers playing with it. However, let's just say you spend $10 and that's it. So all you spend is $10. So if you spend $10 and then you say, hey, I don't want to do this anymore, they're going to give you your $190 back. All right? So don't worry about, don't get, all in uproar over, the $200 deposit. They just want to make sure that you're real, that you're not going to come in there and just steal their traffic, and you're going to be and that you really want to do this. So, so just to share with you on that. So basically at this moment, in order to set up your account, you got to make the $200 deposit. After you get done setting it up, then you want to come back and make that happen. So we're going to, theoretically, we're going to pause it, and I'm just going to let you, Dave, let you do this, but I'm going to erase it so nobody can see your account. But you'll want to put your contact information in, put your password, and you're good to go. So now that you went through and just put your information in so they have it, what you want to do is it's 4 simple steps. 1, we got to create the campaign. 2, we got to insert the landing page, which we've already got done. 3, we got to insert the keywords, which we've already got done, and then the campaign summary. And honestly, guys, the great thing, which you've already learned, is that you don't have to invest any money until the very end. So when you're ready to go, then you actually do it. So you want to name the campaign whatever you want to name it. It doesn't matter what the name you put there. It's just so that you can recognize exactly what that is. So for me, whenever I am doing it, since like specifically with this one, what we're doing is the credit repair site, I might utilize put in here the name of the website so that I know exactly what that campaign specifically is. So yeah, US credit repair. Now, once you do that, then the next thing you want to do is underneath that it says your maximum budget. This is how much you're willing to spend per day, and they actually let you set it per hour. Or maybe I think per week too. I don't know what's in the drop down, but yeah, hour. So I was right on that. So it's day or an hour. So here's what I suggest for many people is what you want to do is you want to say, well, how much am I willing to invest in traffic every single month? Now, and then if you, let's just say it was $300, just to make it an easy number for me. So I'm willing to invest $300 every single month in traffic. Well, then what you do is you divide that by 30. So then it would be $10 a day. If you like, well, I'm willing to invest 3,000, then you divide it by 30, and then you make it happen from there. That'd be $100 a day. So whatever you're willing to invest to make into your traffic, then kind of like I said, divide it out. You can even lower that thing down to $5 a day or a couple dollars today. I know some people that do that. Whatever you choose, this is your call, not mine. So if you want to spend $50 a day, that's cool, or whatever. I usually run mine at 50 to 300, but that's me. And plus, I've got mine honed in, which we're going to talk about when we get to the keywords. So is that where you're cool with $50 a day?
Yeah, that's fine.
All right. So then we're going to go to the next step. All right. So now here we're going to name our landing page. It's funny. I just name it the same thing. So it would be name of the landing page would be USA. It would be the name of the same thing we named the campaign. All right. Now, here, yeah, we're going to want to put http://www. and then /pre-frame. All right. So now the next thing we want to do is select our category. This is actually really important. Most people don't realize this, but it's truly important to do. And the big thing, the reason it is because this is what most people don't get, or you won't get until after you do it wrong, is the fact that by choosing the right category, because they don't really care what category you say you're in, but by choosing the wrong category, you can spend more for the same traffic. So the one that I would kind of suggest is probably I would go down to lifestyle, and then something in there. Probably do other. All right. Now let me go double check one of my accounts just to make sure, because I've figured out the ultimate combination, and I'm going to go into mine. So hold on one sec. Let me just make sure. Lead impact. And I want to log into my account real quick. And I know you guys aren't seeing this, but I'm going to just double check before anybody goes any further. Let's see here. It changed, it did not show. Little buggers. Let's do this. And because I don't want you messing up. I think you should be fine. But I want to, we did other. Let me actually move forward in mine. Matt. And then And give me 2 seconds. HTTP. They're making me. I gotta set up a whole new thing. Let me. Yep, you'll be fine. All right, it's actually giving it even lower at that 1.5.
Cool.
Yeah, it's even lower than. I've never done that one that you just told. What you just did, so you're good. All right, so. All right, so we did lifestyle other, perfect. All right, so now we want to select the categories, specifically for you, if and we don't want you to worry about that or the pass through. That could screw a lot of things up.
Okay.
What we want to do is down where it says categories. I'm sorry, countries. For you, of course, the only one you could really focus on the United States, I would think.
Actually, I could do 19 countries, but we'll start with that one.
Okay. So, well, and he just made a good point. For many of you guys, I will tell you, well, if you guys want me to, if yours is international, I'll tell you guys the best countries to go for. I have found United States, UK, Australia, Canada, and Singapore are really good. But you really want to stay in English-speaking, well, if it's an English-speaking product, then you want to stay in English-speaking countries that speak English. And a lot of people think Singapore doesn't speak English. They do. But those are some really good countries for me. For this one, we're pretty much really focusing on the U.S., but pick the countries that make the most sense. And when you select them, you've got to push that little arrow to bring them over. So we're going to go to the next step. And this is where we utilize the keywords. Now, see where it says add keywords? We do not want to use their suggestion. Let me just tell you guys something. Anytime that you listen to somebody like Google, somebody like, let me suggest keywords. Yeah, they're going to suggest a way to basically drain your bank account. So don't listen to what they say. Listen to what I said. All right, because my way works. So in add keywords. So click on Add Keywords, and at this moment, what we want to do is go back to our words here, yep, and just do, select all. You can, select the whole thing. All right, and so we're going to put Add Keywords. And it'll probably say some of them were doubled because we already know they were. See, there were some problems with adding some of your keywords. The answer to that was the fact that just so you know, the reason that came up was because they were the same. So remember it said 88. So now we're done. If you actually click Resolve Conflicts, it'll actually tell you the issue. But it was the fact that, it shows the keyword's already been added. So, and those are the ones we knew that was already there. All right. So now we're going to close it out. All right, there we go. Look, 1 point. So it's a penny and a half is what we're doing. Now remember, I was telling you. So I want to be clear. If you look at all the way on the right-hand side, the second row all the way on the right-hand side, that's your ranking. So that's your ranking. And so we want to be if you want to be shown, you want to be number 1 and number 2. This one right here, better loan choice, there's 12 people bidding on it. So you can actually see, in order for you to be number 1, you'd have to beat 0.78, the one that has 12 rankings. So if you choose to do that, if not, I will tell you, if you're down to 12, you're not going to get much traffic. If you're at 1 and 2, you will. However, you might want to, I would tell you at this point, you may want to just stay back and, stay back and not, quote unquote, do it until we actually see what's going on with it. But right now, you got number 1s, number 2s, you got a couple number 7s, creditsesame.com. It's at 15 cents. Wow. Well, Yeah, 15 cents. So, I mean, it's really to your liking. If you are going to do it, it would be interesting to see how the rest of them play out. So the way to change it is over on the right-hand side. Let's say you did want to change one. You can see where your bid was in the space where you can actually change. So it says maximum bid. That's the maximum amount you're willing to spend. If you wanted to change it to like say for creditrepair.com, you could change it to 3 cents and beat the guy. You could probably change it to 2.7 and beat the guy. So 2 cents, 2.7 or whatever, you can beat them. That one's 15. Actually, just go to Credit Repair because that's not going to be a hurtful one for you. So creditrepair.com, and yeah, and see over there it's 2. So we can beat that guy by going to, I would see if you can do 0.027 if they let you do it. All right, and then in order for that to save, you got to scroll down to the bottom. And push save. All right, so now you got 52. Remember, we started off at 88, but we had doubles. So, and now we got 52 keywords. In order for you to get done, your setup, everything. I mean, literally, it was that easy. You know, the what's gonna, that was that easy. That's a landing page name, not the thing. But it was that easy to do it. The way to get it actually officially run is to go and fill your account. But other than that, I mean, that's how simple it is to be able to do this, to make this traffic possible. So do you have any questions about anything we've done to this point?
No.
All right. It's pretty straightforward, huh?
Yeah. Oh, actually, I do have a question.
Okay.
Why are there check boxes over here?
Check boxes. Oh, that's so you can go and activate and deactivate.
Okay. So are they deactivated or activated now? How do I?
Right now, you're waiting for approval. So, well, once you fund your account, this is a great question. Once you fund your account, then if you scroll up to the top, you're going to notice that you actually have an account manager. I think it's all the way at the top. Okay. Yeah, see, contact new account specialist. Your account specialist is going to go after you make the investment to put your deposit down to get this traffic running. Your account specialist is going to go. You don't actually, it doesn't say their name there yet because you don't actually have anybody assigned because you haven't invested. Once you do, then you're going to get an account specialist. That account specialist is going to be a manager of your account. And then they're going to go in and approve your keywords. So right now, until you go and make the investment, nothing's going to happen. But once the investment is made, you'll get an account manager. The account manager can come in and notice it says status awaiting approval. They're going to approve those. They'll be active at that moment. And if there's any keywords later on, when you log back into your account after you're approved and running, if you want to just get rid of them, you just check the box and deactivate. So you can just knock them out. Like, I don't want this one. Deactivate, deactivate, deactivate. And I always keep, so that's a good thing I just saw you do. I always keep a manual. I never let it do auto. I don't wait. I'd rather go in here and check every so often and then have them do anything. So is there any more questions you got?
Nope.
Cool. So yeah, step 4 is just fund the account. And then once you have that, you're really good to go. I mean, now he'll start getting traffic to your site. Now, I'm going to create a video without you, Dave, and actually send it to you to show you some advanced things that you can do in order to make things happen on there. So it won't require you, but I will show you, I will give you the video on how some advanced stuff to do. But right now, let me give a kind of high-level overview of where we're at and where we're at on things. So basically, I mean, it's really a 4-step formula. and I'm going to add a fifth step, which is advance for everybody to really be able to bring this thing home from there. But right now, first thing we did, I'll just kind of go through. First thing we did was we picked a domain. Second thing we did was we found keywords. Third thing we did was we made sure it was proper size, the pre-frame page, and then we started sending traffic. As soon as you fund it, you'll start sending traffic, and you really don't need to move to step 5 until you're there. Now, once it's funded and once it's going, then we move to step 5, which is going to be advanced strategies and things that you can do. Start tracking. I'm going to show you, some cool things to do specifically on that to make sure that you can track to see which one's giving you the best. They do have a new cool conversion tracking software that's inside here, so you can actually track the keywords that are converting. And the reason I say that is the idea, Dave, just so you know, what we want to do is we want to get this thing running. Once we do have it running, we're kind of just like throwing the bait out there, seeing which ones are moving, and then once we do it, I'm going to show you how to hone in and to really hone in even more, because we've already identified we got 52 keywords of anytime anybody go into those domains, or anytime anybody go into those domains, now you're going to be able to pop up. But how do we even get even more targeted? But there's no reason for you to do any more work at this time until we actually see which ones are actually even getting any traffic in the first place from this network. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Yes. I mean, I don't want you wasting any more time until we actually see what's going to go on. Once we do see what's going on, then I'll show you give you some advanced things to do in order to really get this account really working really well. Cool?
Yes.
So now that I kept you up all night, it is. I know it's time for you to go to bed, and it's time for everybody to, really make sure you follow the steps that we talked about, and then Dave, if you want to fund your account, you're welcome to. Those of you too, go fund your account if you want to fund your account, Dave, and then tomorrow I'll go in and show you. I can show you some advanced stuff to do. But you guys are pretty much complete. We're done. And then, don't move to the next video. Don't even waste your time with the next video until you've actually funded your account. But right now, you guys are good to go.